I think Kanye needs help because rumors have it that he is joined a white supremacist group or he is working with them.
Maybe he's working with maybe he's working with them to see the lights.
The what? To see the what?
The lights.
He's working with them.
Can
so
you
he
join
see.
a white supremacy group if you're
I'm
black?
saying the whole sentence just didn't make sense.
Like I said, rumor has it.
Where do you get this rumor from?
I know.
Rumor has
Did you
it.
run a test in a
Kanye.
lab? I only believe rumors that
let me
came
tell you
out the lab.
If it's scientific, it's scientific. So I got it in the news. No, what you said, quiet as it's kept?
Quiet as it's kept.
You said in the streets.
In these streets.
Okay, so in these streets, it was said that he is working.
You know, when I say quiet as it's kept, I can never remember the source
The
that I
rest?
got it from. Quiet as it's kept.
Why
Because
is
it's not
it
quiet.
Why? That's what I'm saying. What do you mean by quiet as it's kept? It
See,
means
if
it's
it
loud.
was Jesus, he understands what I'm
As
saying.
loud
'cause
as
he
it
gets
said,
the parable. Quiet as it's kept.
because it's not kept
You got to
quiet.
just say it real low.
Oh, because somebody's saying, keep it quiet.
Yeah.
No, that isn't
Keep it quiet.
Here,
But don't
I'ma just
keep
let
it
you.
quiet.
I'm gonna drop a
Say
dime.
it as
means
quiet
I'ma-
as it's been kept. That means you dropping the knowledge as loud
right.
as you
It's
heard
been
it.
kept a secret, so let
Nah.
me drop this dime on you.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
And you only give it to people who
Secret is out.
right.
That's not how it works.
How you
Quiet
gonna
as it's
tell
kept.
me what quiet
Because
is
it makes
kept
sense.
then?
It's straight up.
It was
says
kept quiet until
Yeah,
Until
until
I
I-
drop this quiet as
telling
it's
you.
kept.
I'm saying.
We're gonna
It's-
say this real quiet.
I heard it.
and don't tell nobody.
No, they're saying I heard it, so I'm gonna tell it as quiet as it's been kept. So if they said it, hey, you know that Diva Course coming out next week.
I just think
You
he
supposed
just
to
said
say it to the
exact
next
same
person.
thing that I
Is
just
Diva
said.
Court
I
coming out?
just-
You got to
No,
listen.
no.
Diva Court's coming out next
But what
week.
my purpose of saying quiet as it's kept is when I don't know what the source that I'm getting it from,
You just say that.
I say that.
Okay.
Fair.
Although I know that the meaning is kept on the low,
And I'm about to expose
and
it.
I'm about to drop it down.
Okay, drop the dimes, the quarters. Just leave the nickels and the pennies to the
It's
poor
like low
people.
key. You know what low key is, right?
Yeah, that's when you
Low
can't bend
key.
over and pick it up no more. You drop it, he said, "Oh,
That
quiet,
is
low
low.
key."
Hold on. Quiet as it's kept is low key granddaddy.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
okay. I thought he'd be his daddy.
You know, it's his granddaddy because it's older.
Okay.
Because it come
okay.
from the older
Low
folks.
key.
So low key is
Is
the
the
grandbaby.
granddaddy.
No. Quiet as it's kept is from the old folks.
So who the
that's
daddy?
granddaddy. We don't know.
Oh, that's the daddy too.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't-
Quiet as it's kept.
Quiet as kept.
And
We
low
don't know
key.
who told me low key.
Quiet as it's kept. I don't know who that baby's
Because
daddy
we don't know
is.
your
Low
daddy.
Key, low key, she don't know either.
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court.
We back.
I'm your host, Marcia Mignon, and with me is my co-diva,
It's Dana.
Tire Slashing Smith for this season.
Detroit Dana.
Detroit Tire Slash. Well, your name is getting so long.
Hey, it's from my African heritage.
Titles from her African heritage. Who said this chick is from Africa? Can you believe it?
My DNA
Spaniards,
test.
known for the longest names. You've got to derive your whole lineage.
Yeah, you got to talk about your mother's maiden name, your father's name.
Yes, I am
everybody's
Francisco del
I
Rio
did not.
Bestel.
I didn't claim Spain.
name. Rodriguez.
They'll be from everywhere. They'll be from
Hernandez.
Del Rio, Del Rey, Del Taco.
Not Del Taco. I haven't been watered down. My bloodline remains pure.
Wow, that's something. They're not watered down. They're addressing each past, heritage. That's them.
Let me do the
building
wow.
a tree.
They was colonized by the Spaniards.
Is that what that was? Wow.
Okay.
We
Watered
are
down.
not responsible for the things we're going to say today.
Especially
We-
me.
Especially you.
Mm.
We were on a small, tiny, teeny hiatus.
Yes.
But listeners, we're back and we're better than ever. We just took a little holiday pause before the holiday. We wanted to make sure we left you wanting more Diva
Yeah.
Court. So when you tuned in, you were like, where the ladies at? I can't find them.
Or just be honest, some of us actually had court cases to fight.
Well, that's true too now.
Well, there you
Let's not play. This hiatus wasn't a sleeping one. It was a
Right.
working hiatus.
Right.
Some of us were involved in a jury trial, which we did win. Hallelujah.
Whoop, there it is.
Glory to God. The jury saw it, some of the light, not all the light, but that's okay. That's for another day.
Enough light.
Enough lights that we're okay. We do not own any of the topics we're going to talk about. Because this show, ladies and gentlemen, is for edutainment.
To educate.
Wow. Edutainment purposes.
I guess with a little entertainment.
Edutainment? You're not going to give
A
them
little
entertainment?
entertainment.
I say we give
To
them entertainment.
educate.
Edutainment.
Math.
Manipulate.
Edutate, agitate, and manipulate.
Frustrate.
And frustrate.
You.
This show, ladies and gentlemen, is really for edutainment purposes only. Please look for our episodes every Wednesday when we push them out for you real good. Find us on
Spotify.
Apple Podcasts,
Apple.
and Google Podcasts.
Google us.
Be sure to catch our videos every Wednesday on YouTube where we're pushing them out for you. We know for the last 2 weeks we didn't push them out, but we're ready to push them out again.
Sorry we lied the last time we said we was going to push them out on Wednesday.
We didn't. Yeah. We were. It was a teaser. You know those teaser
Keep you on your
trailer.
edge, you see?
This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa in Midtown, offering manicures, pedicures,
Yes, ma'am.
facials,
You can get those.
and lashes. Enjoy a spa experience at Cutie Nails and Spa and let a team of cuties take care of you. Oh, you got your little song early.
She was late.
Oh, she was late. All right. Producer
you
said you
are
were late.
such a hater. I don't
Dave
expect nothing less.
Chappelle's SNL monologue. I loved it. I
Did you
watched it.
now?
It was funny. It was cute. It was a nice way to lighten up heavy. Because every now and then people don't want to talk about
They try to cancel him too.
Let me tell you something. You're not going to cancel Dave Chappelle. Been there, done that, burnt the
Not even
t-shirt.
done that. Tried that.
Been there, tried that, done that, burnt the t-shirt. You're not going to cancel Dave Chappelle. He's smart and he's witty and he knows how to get around it by talking about it.
You know, honestly, when you have more so intellectual property, you really can't cancel someone with intellectual property. Now, if it's more physical, then yeah, they can shut down your distribution. They can shut down the factories, manufacturing, everything. But when it's just you as a person, they can't take that away from you.
When the talent is you
When the talent is you, they
and
can't
not
take
your
that away.
product, when you are the product,
When you are the product.
then you can't shut the product
And you
down.
got an audience. You got to have a product and an audience. Or even if you don't have an audience, you can build
product and a
on
microphone?
Right.
You have to have a platform and a product, even if you don't have an
Right.
audience, because you can still
Right.
push out your product
Yeah.
on your platform,
Yeah, because
whether your audience is listening or
I
not.
don't think YouTube is canceling you.
No, they're not going to cancel that, man. Somebody is going to watch it. And guess what? You know what I realized lately? There are so many channels. Everybody is creating a production company. Robin Roberts has a production company. You have, what's his name? George Stephanopoulos has a production company. Everybody's pushing out a production company. So where are we going to get content?
Well, here's the thing. Those particular companies will probably shut you down.
Well, no,
Oh.
because they are not ABC. They've launched their own
You talk
company.
Robin Roberts.
Robin Roberts.
I'm not saying she's ABC, but what I'm saying is it's just like your Facebooks and your Twitters. If they don't like what you have to say, they'll shut you down.
I doubt she's going to shut you down. Here's what I mean by that. If you have something like Oprah has with the OWN network, you're not shutting down anybody. First of all, you need content. Because if you have 24-hour coverage, what are you going to cover?
I don't think so. I think if you say something about the wrong community, Oprah will shut you down.
No. Oprah's not going to shut you down.
You think that if you had a show that said something about the LGBT community and it was on Oprah's network, she not going to shut you down?
Well,
You have to be specific.
Yeah, you got to be specific. It has to be something not just controversial, but totally downright unadulterated offensive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If it's what's offensive to one person may not be offensive to someone else. If you say something offensive, certain networks are going to shut you down.
Well, it depends. I think that offensive is too broad. It's too broad.
Like if you say something that is against vaccinations,
right?
I'm pretty sure that you'll get shut down.
See, this is where I have to disagree, and I think Dave Chappelle is the best example. There is precision with criticism. And if you can criticize precisely and get that slice in, it's like no one can come get you.
I think the way he's wording it, it's causing people not to be able to say anything other than, we're mad because he's talking about it.
You can't cancel Dave. Again, you can't cancel Dave Chappelle because he has an audience.
But if you have you're not going to get away with criticizing. For example, I wouldn't let somebody criticize black people by just making generic statements about them.
No, they say the N-word all the time, no matter who mouth it come out.
The N-word isn't a criticism.
Yeah, but it's not a criticism.
People.
In fact, I think black people are using it now in definitely different terms. Sometimes it's a term in endearment. Sometimes it's a curse word. Sometimes it's referring to someone who is not black.
It's so many movies out here that make black people look like trash that would be shut down if it was another community.
No, okay. I think there's a difference.
And
there's
you
a
have
difference.
to be, again, remember,
so let me be specific.
You're rolling through the ages. So I just want you to remember that you're rolling through the ages. And as the ages have gone on,
things have changed.
I'm going to say
things have
that
changed.
The image of the black person in media has changed.
It has changed significantly. And that's in a lot more than just the media. It's our role has changed in a lot of arenas, whether for good or bad, such as the practice of law. Our role has changed because there's a lot more black women that are heading to the bench, including in the state of Georgia, where Governor Kemp appointed somebody of.
Congratulations, Governor Kemp, to your win.
Yeah, and Governor Kemp also appointed a black female to the Supreme Court. So what I'm saying is our role has changed in a lot of areas where you can't really generalize it anymore. It's kind of like have to be specific. For example, a movie like Precious. I don't think that's a good movie. You understand? But people who would defend that movie, and I think that movie is offensive to the black community. Some people would say, what are you talking about? It's reality. It happens.
We only can get, we're just now starting to get movies that,
don't depict us in a negative light.
Right. So you get your Black
We're not
Panther,
crackheads.
but it's a fictional movie. So they let that out. But
there's a lot of fiction that's bad about us. That's not true.
Is Last Christmas a bad depiction of black people?
I don't even know what that is.
You
haven't seen Christmas? Chris Brown?
Last Christmas?
It must not have been publicized big enough.
Oh, he didn't get slapped.
I know what the Notebook
I'm sorry,
is.
he didn't get slapped in it.
No, I'm just saying. I know what the Notebook
Will Smith
is.
wasn't in it.
Is that a Hallmark movie?
No,
Will Smith
it's a movie that
I don't know. What I'm saying is that like in the music industry where they're telling you, they only allow you to rap about certain things that's going to sell.
This Christmas, I apologize. This Christmas? Do you remember This Christmas?
The one that he sings the song.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
What?
Years.
All that does is prove my point.
Oh my goodness.
It was years ago.
Yeah, we're seeing it's changing. It's evolving. It's looking different every day. Just like
I'm talking about mainstream movies. That's not mainstream.
That's a mainstream movie. All right, let's look. Let's go to Friday After Next. Do you think Friday After Next is a bad portrayal of black people?
No. I feel like it was just funny.
Okay, but I'm saying.
And I feel like it was one of those, like, Friday at the net. Oh, Friday I liked. The other ones just started getting ghetto. Like it was just,
so they hit something and then they didn't know how to expound on it. Because sometimes I've seen
they did a good job, but it was just ghetto. Like it was ghetto. Like Friday was a classic.
But I'm saying, all right. All right, because some of the joke is to go a little beyond, but to me, those movies don't portray a negative image of a black family necessarily.
What about the Cosby Show?
Baby
Remember
D?
that?
That's true.
We talking about
Cosby
Baby D?
Show was
Like,
very good.
The reason why I thought for First Friday, because it was just it hit on little things that we all do. Like I just remember the girl when her hair was done and she's sleeping with her arm and trying not like those things are like that's us.
Culturally, it's
those
true.
are right.
Yeah.
Those represent
It's
us.
accurate.
But by the time we into the Friday after next and the next Friday after the Friday, all
It
I
was
see
too
is
much.
just extreme character.
Caricatures.
There you go.
Okay.
So it wasn't like I was able to relate to
What-
the
Every one of them.
right.
What do you
Whereas
think
the
about-
first family, I was like, this makes sense.
What do you think about Tyler Perry's dramas like Acrimonious and some of the?
I
other
think
more
Acrimony
serious-
was. I actually liked Acrimony.
I did too. It was a very good movie. It was so good that even after that movie, the people in the theater would not leave. We had like a little round table afterwards with
I think
people, with
Acrimony was
strangers.
good.
So I mean,
Um,
but the depiction. how
I
do you
think
feel?
I think that was probably right. Like I can understand a black woman being angry that I done gave you
Oh,
all of my good
okay,
years.
I picked the wrong one.
Whoa, you picked the
Oh.
wrong one.
All of my good years.
Why did I get married? Maybe that
Oh.
one, since she's still married.
all of my good years. And then by the time you got your life together, you
But
like,
you know
"Ooh,
what?
gotta go.
I disagree with her. I disagree with her in that movie. I know you're taking the side of the woman, but I took the side of the man.
No, sweetie. We're not about to do this because I remember when the movie came out and we had a powwow and you argued me down about how wrong I was. And then at the end, you was like, actually, I agree with the woman. And the only reason why I said that, because I wanted to see if I could. So you can't even do it.
So you want to know how I really feel?
Yeah.
I agree with the man.
No, you agreed with the woman. And then you said she probably could have got some money because she invested so much time.
I
and
agree
da-da-da-da-da.
with the man.
Well, you
The
were
only reason
agreeing-
why I agree with the man, let me tell you why.
No. You agreed with the man when we were like everybody was agreeing with the man. We was right on the
No, a
board.
lot of people agree with the
I'm
woman.
talking about when you and the other two girls were there and I were in the conference room. And we had a little powwow.
I think I agree with them. The only reason I say the turning point for me in the movie was when he tried to get her on board, and she allowed her family to convince her that supporting him was not the right thing.
She
to do.
already been supporting him.
No, that's my point. My point is to allow family, especially when she realized the sister's husband was cheating and it was so much about them that wasn't together, and she knew that, and then she's cursing them at the end, although she knew that before she made the decision to separate. So I felt like you put yourself in that situation because you could have stayed. You had stayed so long that it was past the point of no return. So you should have stayed. And then when he came, it was like, hey, I'm almost there. I'm getting the contract. And you
He
were
was
like,
almost there for a long time.
Nope. But you waited too long.
I would have to see the. I just was very, very inspired.
We
by
can
Yes,
critique
She
it
Owned.
again.
So
She did a
I'm-
fantastic
okay,
job.
so
I
what
think
we
black
talking
people were
about?
depicted
I'm-
properly in that one.
Depictions.
So
In
I think
recent years,
depictions-
that depictions have improved for.
They have
the
improved
black-
for people of color. They
Not
have
in
improved.
the music.
Well, it depends. In
music.
some music, I don't think we had a problem getting depicted properly. My Whitney Houston,
I'm talking about
my Michael Jackson. I didn't have a problem with that.
Well,
My
you talking about
Anita
people-
Baker.
This is prior to where it went downhill. It's downhill now.
Well, the reason it's downhill is because you have a
That's-
generation that's not.
Well, that's
Nobody is.
if that's what you're no. If that's the only thing that you're promoting, if you're telling, oh nah, we don't want to. When you have like Commons and Nas and really great.
But you
rappers.
still have those great rappers
Right, but you have really great rappers that you're not promoting.
who are promoted.
You're not promoting like you would do a Little Nas X or a Young Thug
I think
or
You got to remember though that the rapping industry is almost like an island that the rest of the music industry is trying to.
but it's controlled by a certain narrative that they want pushed out.
Well, that's the problem. It's not fair because if it's art, they're supposed to be allowed
but that's
to.
No, it's a cyclical thing where it's trapped in a feedback loop. And also so first I want to highlight the people who can rap and are popular. The J. Cole's, the Kendrick Lamar's, and those are, you're gonna say, your lyrical miracle. Like they're gonna speak to the common day like struggle. That
Well, to be
people are
honest with you,
facing.
Kanye was until he got into the Kardashian family.
Trap.
He really was. He really
So-
was. When when his song "Jesus Walks," which was still a rap.
I mean, even he said in that song, if I say Jesus, my record won't get played.
Yeah,
Why would he even say
yeah.
that? Because it's something that is known.
In the industry, it is.
Right.
It is.
And when it first came out, they weren't playing it. It had got caught on by.
I don't know. I think it's a clever marketing tool.
But he's not the only one who said that, though.
Yeah, he's not the only one that said
There's
that.
a lot
said
of people
what?
who are saying that.
That if you sing like in the gospel music or
Well,
if you
that's
use
different than. All right, remember his specific line is, "If I bring up Jesus, it won't get played."
right. If I rap about Jesus, they're
Yeah.
saying that's not popular. The kids are not going to buy it. Nobody
Right,
wants to
that's
hear
what-
it.
yeah.
That's Christian rap.
But
Don't do it.
I don't agree because I don't necessarily think Jesus Walk is a gospel song.
Okay, so here's what he's saying. I didn't think he thought Jesus Walk is a gospel song. What he's saying is I have to, if I rap, the powers that be was telling me, don't push this out because it's not going to sell
Right.
because you can't rap about Jesus. That's the tone I heard
That's
in
the tone
in the song.
And I also think it's like there's always a double-edged sword, right? So I believe you can cut with that edge, and I also believe that Kanye is intelligent enough to say, if I specifically call it out in a record, people are going to play the record because they're going to say, oh, nah, we do. It's a kind of like double play. I think him intelligent enough
I
to
don't
do
think
that.
so. I don't think he thought
that
that
was
far.
a known thing in the industry. Period.
I think he's
But
not the only person. Matter of fact, he's not the first
He's not the
person
first
that's
person who ever
raised
said
that
that.
issue.
But
and they didn't play it
again,
initially
I'm
off
saying-
of. They didn't play it off of him. Like, here's my CD, submit it. It
But-
was something that came. in
Also,
the-
I
But
thought
remember,
initially.
it's a track on a hit album.
No, but you have to remember when it first came out, it was kind of like it was a negative thing.
Right.
Meaning the way the song was, trust me, I was into gospel music. And one of the reasons why I wasn't into it is because I had not listened to it. And it came with a negative, like even the title, like Jesus Walks. What is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. My perception of what was put out there was not that it was positive. And when I finally listened to the song, I was like, oh my goodness, I understand. It's cool. This is cool. This is cool. There's a rapper that's talking about, his relationship and, how he talks to God and how he thinks his walk is supposed to go. So that's why I liked it. But, going back to
I
the
just
precision
have to
about
say,
criticism.
it's tough because it is on his debut album and his number 4 single. I would agree with you if it was his first single. I would say that he was doing some. I think Jesus.
He
Walks
probably moved it to number 4 because they told him it couldn't be number 1. I mean, the powers that be probably said you can't make it number 1. You
I
can't
think
make it your
it's-
first.
I'm going to put it in as. I'm not denying that.
Because I'm telling you, he's the kind of guy that I would expect to say, I want it to be the first one out. I want it to be expressive of my relationship with God. And they were like, no, you can't. And he's like, well, it's got to be on there somewhere. And they were like, how about we make it number 4? And it was a
number one,
compromise.
it would have been, if this is his number 1 album and this was his first song, it would have labeled him a certain type of artist.
And that's probably what they told him. You
Yeah.
can't have it to be number 1. We're going to compromise with you and we'll let it come on this album.
And not to delve too far, because I do want to
Because we
bring us
speculating.
back. If it was his first album, his first single, do you think you would have got the album or listened to the rest?
Probably not. The producers wouldn't push it out. Remember, they control a lot.
No, different.
I
If he
liked
fought through the producers,
I liked it.
We know 2004 Dana would not be.
I like Jesus Walks.
I like Jesus.
I was all about
I like Jesus ever since I was a kid.
I ain't never had me and Jesus
Me
always
and Jesus
been tight.
go way back.
We always been good. Like
No,
I was
think-
the one who, I always like him. Like, so
I don't know. I think there's a sprinkle of truth in that.
Let's bring in truth of what I'm saying.
No.
In him not having it be number one. Trust me, he was
JC.
unorthodox. He wanted it to be number one.
No, I think he wanted it to be a single. My thought is, he said it's going to be a single, and they said no, and then they finally ended up somewhere.
I don't understand why we even arguing that. My point is that there's certain things that they don't want you to say. There's certain things they don't want you to rap about, and if you stay in the box, they okay with that. They're not gonna push your music.
But it's unfair because they're only doing it to rap music. I don't see them putting a ball and chain on any other.
I just don't agree because
you don't have to agree.
No, what I'm saying is I have examples that prove otherwise. Like Kendrick, from Section 80 all the way to his latest albums, have always been speaking about Black positivity, Black excellence.
Yeah, but he's
struggle.
got to precision cut it too. He can't just freely.
No, it's not precision cut. This is some information and empowerment
I'm not saying
stuff.
like it's all the time, but when I'm talking about when it got so bad that you got rappers shooting each other off of songs, it was getting bad that they had to start changing some things. But that I'm talking about from back then when I was growing up, and it was Tupac and Biggie and this and that.
But do you think Tupac is not like speaking Black excellent stuff?
Tupac was a double-edged sword.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is hip hop is a double-edged sword.
But guess what? Hit 'Em Up was a number one song. You know?
Yeah, but so is Brenda's Got a Baby.
I don't know if it was initially number one. It was more like in retrospect, Tupac. We actually do like Brenda's Have a Baby. It was not number one.
Brenda Has a Baby is it.
I know Brenda's has a baby, but I'm telling you, like the everyday white person don't know that Brenda's had a baby.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I don't think they're listening to that.
No, they're
are. Not.
They're like,
I bet you didn't know Hit 'Em Up.
Did you know Brenda has a baby?
They might know.
They don't know Hit 'Em Up. I want you to bet on that.
They don't know Brenda's had the baby. They don't care about Brenda and her baby. They want him to have an abortion.
Yeah.
They want Brenda to have an abortion.
No. If you're talking about Caucasian Republicans, they do not want Brenda to have an abortion. So stop the rumors. Remember that lie.
I'm talking about them liberals.
The liberals want Brenda to have an abortion. Well, it's better
Number 7.
Better for Brenda to have an abortion than to have the death penalty.
Level, number 7. That's big.
I said it was number one.
It's top 10 is number 1.
No, that's not number one. Number one is number one.
Yeah.
All right. What's the other one? I bet you Hit 'Em Up. Is it
oh, wow. Now we're going to search for number ones to find another number one because this number one was
Hitler.
not
You
a
better
number
stop
one.
putting Hitler in there.
So,
shut you down.
Yeah, you might want to be careful with your searches, sir. As a producer, you're not permitted to go into things like that. But you know what? I think Dave Chappelle did a great job. Back to SNL, I think Dave Chappelle did a great job. I think it was funny. I think he did a good, a good skit. So if he drew controversy from that, that's somebody just nitpicking.
So do you think Kyrie deserved the...
No way. Kyrie does not deserve what happened to him. If that movie that he retweeted and didn't say a word, just pushed it out, we are drawing inferences from just the retweet. That's a lot. It's not like you described what in the movie you were trying to draw attention to.
Yeah, it didn't say, I like that part where the Hitler
said,
quote unquote.
Well, no, yeah,
They say
that's the real issue, right? It's the fact that we're taking a generality and providing specificity to it in a direction that we want to.
It's unfair. And then we're turning negative specificity to it. We're not, he could have said it because he was saying, I'm going to retweet this because this is what we should not be doing. No, I mean, nobody drew that inference.
That's correct. And this goes back to the knife theory that I was telling you about. If you hand the blade over instead of using the blade, this is what can happen. This, like, you let the ether take control of the narrative that you want to have. So it's like you gotta be intelligent about how woke you're being.
Well,
it's one of those situations. If you don't speak for yourself, somebody will speak for you.
Well, that's true too.
That's 100% it.
And that's why he started speaking for himself. And I like.
ain't
Well,
like
all right.
it.
Okay,
sure
let
did.
me
Not
say
like
this.
it. Sure
Let me
did.
say this. Saying when you speak for yourself, you can't speak cryptically. I don't enjoy.
Well, I knew exactly what he was saying.
I don't enjoy cryptic speaking, especially when we're supposed to be like, you are supposed to be to me, let me speak for myself. Kyrie is taking a mantle of saying, I have a responsibility and a platform.
Right. And I choose to use it in the way I so desire.
Exactly.
And I think in this country, if we're going to support freedom of speech, he should be free to speak.
Yeah. No,
Just like
Or
there's
not.
good people on both
Yes.
sides.
So
Okay?
that's the whole point. But when you accept this platform, right, and say that you're educating me about things, you actually have to like.
I don't see a platform where he's saying, I'm going to be the educator of
That's
things.
what I was gonna say, too.
No. Do not take this away from him. He is the one who is saying that I have a responsibility to let people know about things and.
That's what he
Such a-
said.
I can point
You
it
said
out,
this
but I don't
before.
have to clarify it.
No,
I don't have to clear it up.
But here's the thing. Jesus, if we're to quote the white man who put the words that he said,
Okay.
he said
In the Bible.
doesn't speak in these kind of loose terms.
Yes,
He's
he
very-
does.
There's
He speaks
some
in
now.
parables.
No.
Am I my
He's
brother's
very much
keeper?
No, do you understand what a
I
parable?
still don't know.
He
No,
speaks in
but
parables.
do you parable
says-
is different from lost.
No.
Parable is
He says
actually
there will be people who do not understand me, but my flock will know what
My
I'm
sheep
saying.
knows me.
Exactly. Maybe you don't know that.
No. Here's what I'm trying to say. That is not being mysterious about what you're saying.
But the people who go against,
my
you
gosh.
can't use
No.
the Bible as
I
a
am
reference when you
using
don't
it.
know
No,
what you're talking
I'm
about.
telling you that's not a parable.
I'm not
He's
saying
let me
that
finish.
would-
Let me finish
I'm
really
telling you,
quick.
he speaks in parables.
Let me finish really quick, because I'm saying he is specific with his examples.
Who,
and
Kyrie?
his words. No, Jesus.
Okay.
Is specific with his examples, and he says, if you don't understand me, it's for other people to understand. But when you read what he's saying, it's in front of you. He's
Okay.
never
So
hidden.
that's what Kyrie
So,
did.
so
never-
give us a statement.
He's never hidden
Give
what
us a
he's saying.
statement that you heard Kyrie
So-
say that you think is
What
too
I'm
broad
saying, what I'm saying,
to have described on his platform.
too broad. There's two ways to say this, right? When they interview him and say, hey, are you anti-Semitic?
Right.
I can't be anti-Semitic, but
If I know where
I'm from.
Right.
Go that one step. Jesus would tell you where he was from.
What he's no.
Jesus would tell you where he is from.
What he said,
No, he said,
was
who should you tell them that sent me? He says, I am. I am.
yes,
That's what Jesus said.
yes.
Tell them who? I am that I am.
myself.
He said, I
Yes.
said what I
Exactly.
said.
No, but that specificity.
No,
I
You
am.
understand what I'm trying? Yes, it's
I
me.
am.
Who sent me?
Let me tell you something.
What
In
are
the
you
book,
talking about? That's
the
specificity.
Pharisees,
Okay.
the Pharisees said, "We don't understand what you're saying."
Yes.
So what I'm telling you is the media didn't understand
No,
what he
no.
was saying. But specifically, I knew what he was saying when he said to hide things from black people. You put it
Put 'em in a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
when
that's
I read
specificity.
this is definite. When I read the Oxford Dictionary,
Yeah. And
Then
started
I
looking at the
knew
Western definitions of
definition.
words.
then
I realized that as a child, I messed up. Because
And-
I wasn't studying everything that they told me to read.
and
I
how
wasn't
can
reading it.
I be anti-Semitic when I know where I come from? And if you
Exactly.
pull up the dictionary definition of what he said,
Yes.
it tells you that is what the definition is.
No,
so what are you
was the
talking
definition?
about? Well, I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't want to come off anti-Semitic.
Hello?
What I'm saying is,
I denounce
what I'm saying is,
anti-Semitism.
if you go this
Anti-schism.
anti-schisms,
I denounce. I denounce all types of hate
any types
In
of
any-
scissors,
in any kind of
Race,
form,
any form.
against any kind of people.
Yes.
Because
Anywhere
I
in the
am
world.
a child of the Most High, and we love all people.
Amen.
Can you say it into the mic?
Amen.
Thank you.
And
My point is, again, you're pointing to specificity, and if he just goes that one step and says,
Why he has to say it the way you want it to be heard?
I'm saying if you say because I myself am a Hebrew, mic drop.
no, it wouldn't drop
Mic
for those
drop.
people.
No, it
those,
won't.
I
That's
saw
a
those
whole nother
reporters.
drop.
I saw those
You
reporters.
can't
How you gonna
suspend
be a
him.
They
Hebrew?
weren't
You
coming.
can't
Negro.
suspend him if he says he's Jewish.
Let me tell you something. You can't suspend him, period, because what he
You
did
can't
is
suspend
not a suspendable offense.
No, see, this is the issue.
Here's what he actually can open up if he went that direction, because it would put the basket of tomatoes in his possession to throw at
Well,
them.
he played basketball. So
For
can you
them
use
to
a basketball analogy?
Okay, basketball. Well,
He would keep possession.
Put the
He
ball
would
in
keep
his
possession
court.
of
Be
the ball.
is in
the
his
ball
court.
would be in his possession.
You went too hard. with
The
Okay.
tomatoes.
tomatoes. I'm like,
So what happened is they're about to toss some tomatoes at him. He took them away, and all he would have to do is, if he says he's a Jew, what are they going to say? Blacks can't be Jews, and that opens up a whole nother realm that no one really wants to go into.
No, they would say Kyrie's actually crazy like Kanye. Can you believe he thinks he's Jewish?
because that's what they was mad at
they-
Kanye. Because Kanye said,
They
I can't be anti-Semitic
wouldn't-
because I'm Jewish. I'm
They
Jew.
wouldn't dare.
Yeah, they would.
Yes, they
They
would.
would do it. They would do it. They would call him crazy, and they would say he needs his head examined, and then they would sanction
They
him
wouldn't
some
dare.
more. You got to pay another fine
No,
for saying you're
they
Jewish,
would
sir.
not have.
Hashtag
They would
boycott
not
Nike.
have. They would
Yeah.
not have.
Yeah,
I just
think
saw
they
you
would
with
have.
Nike today.
I've been purchased them, and them
she
is
couldn't take them
Jordans.
back. She said couldn't take them
I'm
back.
talking about moving forward. I ain't talking about in the past.
Not retroactive. This
No,
is not a retroactive.
I paid
She
good
said,
money.
don't burn them. Don't burn
And
them.
I paid good money for those.
Do not burn them.
I didn't say burn them.
Just don't buy any new ones.
Anymore.
Don't buy any new ones, but don't
Again,
destroy your property.
Hit 'em up didn't even hit the U.S. charts.
Wow.
Okay, well,
I'm just saying.
just call some random white person. I bet you they don't know Brenda's had a baby.
None of it.
How much you want to
None of
bet?
it. No. I'm gonna lead.
When I say random white person, I'm not talking about your homeboy that hang out with blacks. I'm talking
sorry.
about just random, everyday American white person that don't run into blacks unless they go to work.
How did we go?
Wait, what?
Since I'm the host of the show, how do we go from SNL and Dave Chappelle and Kanye and Kyrie to Brenda's baby? Can y'all leave Brenda and her baby out of this, please?
It's related.
It's related
Brenda and her
somehow.
baby is not related to this,
Yeah, she
okay?
is.
We can't do nothing with Brenda and her baby. Kanye is not the baby daddy. Dave Chappelle's not the baby daddy. And Kyrie's not the baby daddy.
Nick Cannon is.
Oh, the candidates?
Well, there it is.
Well,
No,
Mari,
Nick
look,
Cannon
Mari
is.
is going
I said
to
Nick
Oh,
Cannon
Nick
is.
Cannon.
Look,
Yeah,
I
he
saw
might
this
be the baby
meme,
daddy.
and they
But he'd be
said-
proudly be the baby daddy.
I saw this meme and it said in 2035, this is how all the kids are gonna look. And it was a meme of Nick Cannon in different hairstyles, man and woman hairstyles,
All the babies.
all religions.
They're his.
I was like, that's funny.
I wonder why Nick Cannon think that's a good idea.
Because he's
Because Mariah Carey's still his number one each November. Once November turn around, he'd be like, that alimony check about to look nice.
It's stupid.
because in the Torah it said be fruitful and multiply.
Oh, okay.
So-
It says that in many books.
Is that what he's doing?
It was a man who said that. He definitely wrote that one. I can tell you who authored that. That was a man.
Yeah, he wrote that line.
He was
He wrote
like,
that line.
no.
No,
I must
be
have
fruitful.
many wives because I must
It
be
didn't say be
Fruitful
It didn't,
and multiply.
and multiply.
it didn't say have many wives.
No. I've interpreted it further
Yeah.
because I was in touch with God.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
He spoke to me.
Hallelujah. He spoke to me
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah
specifically.
is the form is high.
And is the form is
No,
high?
no.
Hallelujah
Not the form is high. He said hallelujah.
is the highest form of praise.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
A
Hallelujah.
little bit of dialect.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. He didn't.
Yeah, shabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, shanana. He taking shanana off.
He said hallelujah.
Father, forgive him because he know not
Hallelujah.
what he do.
He did not
I'm
say.
glad you got that quote off.
Listen, I don't misquote Jesus unlike someone. over
Nah,
there.
you was about to hit a
I
parable on
don't
his quote.
misquote no Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, because I know
Speaking
Jesus.
in riddles.
She said.
You said what?
Said over here trying to speak in riddles.
No, what I'm just saying. That is not me. I'm just saying, in the Bible, It said, "Well, Jesus, why you be speaking in riddles and parables?
No,
it ain't meant for you to know.
Nah, no,
Those who know
That's not what he said.
won't tell, and those who
That's not
tell
what he
won't
said.
know."
That's not what he said. He was like, if you had actually read some books when you got
That ain't
to
what he
school,
said.
you would understand what
He
the
didn't say
hell
that.
I was telling you. Because it's simple English. In fact, it wasn't English. It was Aramaic.
Aramaic.
Because if you're gonna say it, say it
Because I
right.
said Aramaic. He's picking up your speech impediment.
Arabic.
I'm gonna
The
need you to
Aramaic.
producer.
There can only be
Aramaic.
one person on this show.
That has the impediment.
There you go.
Trust me, you got the monopoly.
No, I think you kind of sliding over here.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no,
is.
no, no.
He's
You kind of
no, no.
sliding in my
He's in your lane.
Somebody
He's in
get
your
up.
lane.
Get up out there.
Kind of like Christmas.
Get up out
Kind of like Christmas in your lane.
I'm
He's in
just
your
saying.
Stay in
lane.
your lane, because I know how to drive.
You know who's been driving the Christmas truck? Mariah Carey. That brings us back.
Okay. All right. Well, let's come back. I think Dave did a fantastic job. I think Kanye needs help because rumors have it that he is joined a white supremacist group or he is working with them.
Maybe he's working with maybe he's working with them to see the lights.
The what? To see the what?
The lights.
He's working with them.
Can
so he
you
can
join
see,
a white supremacy group if you're
I'm
black?
saying the whole sentence just didn't make sense.
like
to me.
I said, rumor has it.
Where do you get
that-
this rumor from?
I know.
Rumor
That
has
Did you
it.
run a test in a
Kanye-
lab? I only believe
I-
rumors
hey,
that
let me
came
tell you
out the lab.
if it's scientific, it's scientific. So I got it in the news. No, what you said, quiet as it's kept?
Quiet as it's
You
kept
said in the streets.
in these streets.
Okay, so in these streets, it was said that he is working.
You know, when I say quiet as it's kept, I can never remember the source
The
that I
rest?
got it from. Quiet as it's kept.
Why
Because
is
it's not
it
quiet.
Why? That's what I'm saying. what do you mean by quiet as it's kept? It
It's
means
not-
it's
If
loud.
it was Jesus, he understands what
As
I'm saying.
loud
'cause he
as it
gets
said,
the parable. Quiet as it's kept.
because it's not kept
You got to
quiet.
just say it real low.
Oh, because somebody's saying keep it quiet.
Yeah.
No, that
Keep it quiet.
Here,
But don't
I'ma just
keep
let
it
you.
quiet.
I'm gonna drop a
Say
dime.
it as
means
quiet
I'ma-
as it's been kept. That means you dropping the knowledge
I'm
as
dr-
loud
right.
as you
It's
heard
been
it.
kept a secret, so let
Nah.
me drop this dime on you.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
And you only give it to people who
Secret is out.
Right.
That's not how it works.
How you gonna tell me what quiet
Because
is
it makes
kept
sense.
then?
It's straight up.
It was
says
kept quiet until
Yeah,
Until
until
I
I-
drop this quiet as
telling
it's
you.
kept.
I'm saying.
We're gonna
It's-
say this real quiet.
I heard it.
and don't tell nobody.
No, they're saying I heard it. So I'm going to tell it as quiet as it's been kept. So if they said it, hey, you know that day, Diva Chorus coming out next week.
I just think
You
he
supposed
just
to
said
say it to the
exact
next
same
person.
thing that I
It's
just
Diva
said.
Court
I
coming out.
just-
You got to
No,
whisper.
no.
Diva Court's coming out next
But what
week.
my purpose of saying quiet as it's kept is when I don't know what the source that I'm getting it from,
You just say that.
I say that.
Okay.
Fair.
Although I know that the meaning is kept on the low,
And I'm about to expose
and
it.
I'm about to drop it down.
Okay, drop the dimes, the quarters. Just leave the nickels and the pennies. To the
It's like low key. You know what low key is, right?
Yeah, that's when you
Low
can't bend
key.
over and pick it up no more. You drop it. He said, oh,
That key
quiet,
is
low
low.
key.
Hold on. Quiet as it's kept is low key granddaddy.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
okay. I thought he'd be his daddy.
You know, it's his granddaddy because it's older.
Okay.
Because it come
okay.
from the older
Low
folks.
key.
So low key is
Is
the
the
grandbaby.
granddaddy.
No. Quiet as it's kept is from the old folks.
So who the
that's
daddy?
granddaddy. We don't know.
Yo, that's the daddy too.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't-
Quiet as it's kept.
Quiet as kept.
And
We
low
don't know
key.
who told me low key.
Quiet as it's kept. I don't know who that baby's
Because
daddy
we don't know
is.
your
Low
daddy.
Key, low key, she don't know either.
Midterm elections recap. All right, now we were supposed to get a red wave. Did you see one?
Oh, in Georgia I did.
You sure?
No, in Florida you did for sure.
You saw a red
Florida.
wave in Florida, but you know Florida, they want to saw off of the edge of the map anyway.
Well,
and just
quite.
push it out into the sea.
Quiet as it's kept.
Or was it low key?
What happened is exactly what I expected to happen.
I mean,
The House was going to turn over to the Republicans because the popular vote is based off of the House. So the popularity of the country is like we're over the Democrats.
Nah,
So-
I don't think that's how
I think it was a
That is.
50-50 split.
No.
And
No,
that's
it's not a
why
50-50
no.
split.
It looks like it's just straight down party line
It's
stuff
about
going on.
No.
It's
The-
about
the-
gentrification. It's about gerrymandering.
It's about
That is true. We keep moving the map.
Well, but look, they
We
do
keep moving
it.
the map.
Both sides
And
do
that's
it.
no, but that's how we get the majority.
When was the last time the Democrats got to?
No,
well, they
not
should. They
getting
wasn't
to.
smart enough to do it, so
But
that's
see,
on them.
my
Why are
thing
you
is
putting
this.
it on smart?
If it's not really smart not to pay your taxes, Trump. Okay.
He said, if you let the tax code be the way it is, it would be dumb for me too.
Okay.
Who wants to pay taxes?
Me, because
How
I
many
like roads,
business-
streets, schools, hospitals.
Federal taxes.
Because I
cover
love
interstate.
roads, streets,
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah.
No,
Bridges
schools
that are safe.
covered by the state.
Bridges that are
The
safe.
feds provide.
State.
Supplement.
feds
They get
provide.
supplement.
They supplement, but
Yeah,
the
they
state
get-
provides
they get
the
good money.
majority.
They get good
but
money.
now you've changed your.
The state
wait,
provides
is
the majority.
Is the goals closer?
The state-
Oh my God, the goal closer.
So
closer.
okay, so you're the type if the fly falls into the pudding, just throw out the whole situation.
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying you
I'm
take
just
your
saying
little
that.
spoon
So-
and you scoop around the fly.
But that was my point.
How about you just take the fly out the section he
But
landed
that's
on
my
and
point.
eat
The
the rest?
majority is from the
No,
state. My
no.
situation is the majority. You
I
talking
think,
about the minimal.
no. I think the problem you have is the minority is running the majority. And the reason is because we plan games.
Right. It's
We're playing
definitely
games.
the
with
minority
the-
is running the majority. Because there's all these minority causes that I don't be down for. And
Well-
they just
well, not
taking
only
and
that,
running the
If
majority
you're
up out
cutting
of
up
here.
maps and
Can
you're
you
changing
please
up
watch your
districts.
hand movements?
I denounce white supremacy and all of his cousins.
And all supremacy.
And especially when you're talking about minorities movements you don't believe in.
Please
That's
don't
the hand
believe.
sign you're gonna make.
Please.
I'm gonna just lay it out here. The only there's only one like cause that I'm just not for. And that is allowing children to change their sex at under the age of 18.
I agree with that.
That's the only one I'm not
I
down
agree
for.
with that. I
People
agree
gonna-
with
when
that.
you over,
In
you do
fact,
what
I
you
think
want.
it should be 25. And let me tell you why. Because renting a car, you can't rent a car until you're 25. The problem is we have too many different ages. 17 for crimes in some jurisdictions, 18 to buy cigarettes, 21 to drink alcohol, 25 to drive a car, or rent a car. It's too many ages.
Well, whatever-
18 if you want to join the military. Can we just pick a number
And just stick with it?
make it across the board for intimacy, for the age of consent, for the age to drink, for the age to join the military, for the age to do anything, to change your sex or your gender or whatever it is, age to marry. I think everything should be one single solitary age, and it needs to be regulated by the feds.
Do you know that you can't get your tubes tied until after you're 25?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
crazy.
There's
but
numbers.
I can get a whole. You could take my uterus at 16.
No. I can tell
I
you
get my two
that you
times.
have to have that baby. I don't want to give you
Oh,
a
we not about to go
choice.
there.
Oh, is that on your toes, Codiva? My point is, you want to tell me what to do with my uterus.
No, I want you to tell yourself what to do. Like close
No,
your legs.
no,
See, you
what-
tell your body to. You know
what-
what? Maybe I should close my legs. I don't have my birth control.
No, because
maybe I can close my
if-
legs so you don't have your condoms.
but think about it.
Maybe I could close my legs so if I got to take my pill today.
Maybe-
I should close my legs because I didn't get my shot on time.
No,
How about you close your legs?
Maybe if I have a husband, I can open my legs every day, all day, and twice
It's
on
the same-
Sunday.
it's the same
no,
thing.
No, my point
It's the
is,
same thing.
it's my body.
Use the pull-out method.
So if you can't have your
You
tubes
know
tied,
that's how all three of your children came about. Do not.
that method did not work.
Let's come out here talking about it work.
why I kept it.
You like
It did
kept
not
all
work.
of them.
It did not work.
All I'm saying is that
No.
married or not married,
No.
unless you did not choose to have the sex.
that unless is
No.
Unless
no.
you did
Take
not
your unless
choose
off. Take
to
your
have,
unless
no,
off.
I'm not.
Take your
unless
unless
you
off.
did not choose to have the sex.
No. Even in rape and incest.
You didn't choose to have the sex.
No. You choose because according to the person who is physically assaulting you, you wanted it.
Ugh, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm
And
talking
that's
about.
Less than 1%.
I don't care.
Less than 1%.
I
I'm
don't
talking
care.
about all these unresponsible
I'm talking about
women
100%.
letting it wide and letting it low.
Is it unresponsible to realize that you're unable to take care of?
No,
a
it's
child?
not
Stacey-
unresponsible. It's
when
very
Stacey Abrams
responsible.
is saying,
No,
like, if you're
wait,
like
do
4
you
months
wanna-
pregnant
wait,
and
wait,
you
wait.
lose your job And you're like,
Wait.
you know what? I'm just going to get an abortion. That's crazy. And that is why she lost.
That's
Whoop,
probably
That
not
is
necessarily
not why she lost.
So let's
There's
go
a
ahead.
whole lot more reasons
She lost
why
by a
Stacey Abrams lost.
landslide.
First
Yeah.
of
She,
all,
the first time, how you going to get, you got all these people to vote and they voted for Kemp.
I don't think they voted for Kemp.
I don't think what
I think
happened
some
is-
of them didn't vote. They registered, but they did.
So you did
not
all this leg
vote.
work. You did this whole
No, no,
campaign,
no.
and instead of campaigning to
Here's-
show how you would be a great candidate, you were just getting people to the polls, and you did a great job,
Here's-
but you stopped. You fell short.
Here's what she
The
did.
problem
She stopped.
is-
There's two problems she had, and she could have combated these. Kemp did great at holding all the Democratic money that the federal government gave him. And when he held all that money and was trickling it out to his friends to do whatever he needed to do,
What's your source on that? Cite your source.
on who? On Kemp?
When you just can't
on the
say
feds
it as if
giving
it's
him money?
true. No,
Or
about
the
the friends
trickling
and
out to the friends?
giving it to the friends. Yeah.
Okay. If you look at the Senate bills
Cite
that
your
go out,
source.
the Senate bills,
Like cite what
The-
bill? Which one?
any of the
Any of
HB.
them. Oh,
no,
okay.
HB,
no,
it's
no,
called
no, no.
HB.
I'm
Which
talking
one?
about the funding bills.
HB what?
I'm talking about the funding
HB
bills.
funding. HB funding.
No, if you look at the funding
All right,
bills,
just keep on going. You don't.
Same
so
thing.
okay, lack of source. Go ahead.
HB
funding,
funding.
Lack of source.
is funding friends.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And giving it out and not giving it to you for your
Okay.
whole check.
Right, right.
Remember when he was
Making
doing
you go
that?
back to work.
Yeah.
I was getting them Trump
Go back to
checks.
work.
Remember that?
I didn't have a problem.
Put your mask
going back to
on
work.
and go to work.
I didn't have
What'd you
no
say?
problem. I
You
had
was
no
getting
problem.
them Democrat checks?
I was getting them Trump
the
checks.
House at
No,
the
no,
House
no.
and the
I was
Senate.
getting my Trump. No, my
Because the
check
House
said
and the Senate.
Trump.
Oh, because he's
My
a selfish son of a bitch.
My check said Trump, and then
No,
when
no,
it
no.
No,
switched
you
over,
said-
it
Your
you
said
first
said
check
US
didn't
government.
say Trump.
Yes,
And
it
he
did.
said, send him back and put my name on it.
He said, bring that back.
We got
My
it.
name ain't on there.
No, we did that.
I got my Trump check.
Exactly. They was out in your mail and they stopped. It was the first time the U.S. Postal Service
He said,
worked.
go get him, go
They
get
said,
him.
Shut all of
Go
them
get
down.
those checks. My name ain't on them. Get the check.
It was a test run for your votes later in
said, look,
November. He
look.
said, stop.
Now you see what I can do. I can stop your
All right,
check.
so-
You better vote for me.
So
I'm
go
going to put my
back
name
to-
on it so
I'm
you
gonna
can
tell
remember.
why- I'm going to tell you why Kemp won, but you go ahead.
Kemp won
Yeah.
because he had all that money, all that surplus, talking about jobs, made that look
Right.
like it was the big deal.
Correct.
She lost because she didn't focus on the fact that that's Democrats who are doing that, and I have a plan that can successfully attack
Keep
this
that
money.
Democrats doing what?
No, no, no.
Giving
That,
him the federal money. Like his surplus is false, is what she should have preached.
Right.
It's not because of him that we have a surplus. It's
Right.
not opening early that gave you a surplus. It is the federal government cashing a check to the state of Georgia and you not spending it and giving it to the people.
right. But she didn't explain that.
She didn't
So
explain
you think
that.
that's why she lost?
No, but if people
Okay,
knew
so
that-
what's number two?
No, that's one of the points.
don't
Because
think
here's
that-
the
I don't
thing.
think they
Hold on,
cared.
hold on.
Yeah.
Here's why that's important. That's important because people thought he's doing a great job and I'm not going to pick her because he's the reason we have a surplus. So that means he's a fiscally
That's not why.
responsible
That's why I
governor.
didn't vote. That's not why I didn't vote for
No,
her.
no, no, no. What I'm saying is some of the people who didn't vote for her were concerned that if it's not broke, we're not going to fix it. Because remember, it's not broke because he has the money, he has the surplus,
Exactly.
and it's because he opened and you wanted to stay
Exactly.
closed. And they tied
Exactly.
that to the pandemic. And once you
Exactly.
tie that to that political pandemic crap about wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, vaccine, not getting a vaccine,
Okay.
closing or not closing,
That-
she lost a
That
lot
makes,
of
that
people
makes
right
sense.
there.
Go ahead. What was your
Voila.
next one?
Number
She
two.
explained it better because you didn't do good.
That's
job.
exactly
You didn't. You did a
What
poor
she
job.
said.
It's okay.
You did a
You're-
poor
you're
job. I'm
over
trying
here
to take the
parabellum.
credit of the black woman.
just-
I
you
always
just-
try to these men
It's
folk.
okay.
They always, if it ain't the whites, it's the black men. They just try to
Take from a black
just
woman.
take from the black woman.
Okay. All right.
Got to carry everything, you know.
Attack the black man because you can't
Oh,
attack.
attack the black man, huh? See, then you try to take my victimhood. Leave my victimhood alone.
Hey, no, what Chris Rock said, if everybody's a victim, then we can't find the real victim.
So, number two is, let's just focus on Republicans, right? There is a sentiment going around where they're sick of Trump. Kemp's ability to stay away from Trump and look like someone who is honorable and upstanding because he didn't give Georgia to Trump when Trump was pressuring him, and white people know he was pressuring him.
Yeah,
they may
pressure
not
was on.
want to admit it.
But it was on.
But they know
was
that,
on.
that he was pressuring.
It was so
And for
bad
him to
that
do
even-
and they were like, I'm glad he stood up to him. That's an upstanding person. He's got my vote because he didn't crumble under
Right.
Trump. That's where you get a swath of Republicans who
We're
didn't
not
like
gonna
Trump.
They weren't going to vote for Stacey anyway.
Yeah, but
No,
they wouldn't have showed
no.
up to
Yeah,
the
they
poll.
would have stayed out the race.
They would have stayed out the race if it was another Trump race. If he ran under Trump again, and it was another Trump race,
I think would have made
they would have stayed
Republicans
home.
stay home.
Okay, so
Because they're not
and
going to
final.
vote for the
You
other
said
party.
two. Now you saying
Third
three
and
now.
finally,
Uh-huh.
she was stuck on abortion. And she thought that was the motivating move because they were saying, let's get white women out. That's how it feels. It feels like they were saying, let's motivate women. And specifically, I don't know who was in their team telling them that they need to talk about abortion, but is it
I
an
think a
issue
lot of
for
people-
young black women? Yes, but that's not how you get, like, the black women voted for her. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, they did. They did.
It's just,
No, but here's
they
the thing.
targeted the white women, and it didn't, instead of targeting.
Let me tell you
back at
something. We are
the black
now
people.
living in a climate in this country where you have to, if you want to be elected, focus on your base. Donald Trump put that in place, and that's not going anywhere for a long time. Donald Trump focused on his base, period. People kept saying, oh, that's foolish because they were going with the traditional ways you win. You try to win over the people on the other side who you think are on the fence.
Was Stacey focused on her base and she lost?
No, she didn't focus on her base.
Well, what did she
No.
say
That's
that was
not her
beneficial?
true
No,
base.
Her true base would be
The black
people
community?
of color.
it's
Period.
not. She
No,
didn't-
no.
Okay,
no.
let me
That's
say
what
this.
got her so
No, I'm
close.
telling you, that's what
to
got her so
people.
close the first time because everybody was so excited. Like, no, hold on. Like how excited they got when President Obama was like, "Oh my God, Obama, we're gonna have a first black
Stacey.
president." They were gonna have a first black governor for the state of Georgia. So the first time it went,
We're not about to rewind history because you and me both know. You and me both. We voted for Stacey because she was black. She ain't say nothing because you and I even had a conversation like she ain't say nothing that was beneficial to us. Her message was not this is what I'm gonna do for black women. It was she got our vote because she was a black woman.
no,
I ain't hear no.
But
let me
that's
say
my
this.
point.
I didn't hear
you and I are agreeing that,
right, but I didn't hear no message in the beginning that motivated me to come. And I didn't hear no message this time. The only reason why I got motivated last time is because she was a black woman. But she didn't stay
I
on her
told
base.
you,
Can,
but that's
can you
my
find the mic?
But she wasn't focused on the base. She was just relying on us to show
but
up.
My thing is this time she should have done more.
Okay.
That she focuses on. I'm telling you, anybody that wants to win any type of political position now has to focus on getting out their base.
But guess what? Black people, they see us as a given. They don't see us as
No, that my point is this. My point is
No,
this.
I'm not saying that's
the
not your-
people managing her campaign did not get her to focus on her base. What's her base? People of color. Black men, I hear you. I understand your struggles. I know what your issue is. Your issue is this. Your issue is that. You understand? Your issue is police brutality. Your issue is jobs. Your issue is racial profiling. Your issue is talk to the black men about the issues they face. Black women are not your issue. We are your supporters. And I am one of the ones that are going to support. She completely, in my opinion, in her
Yeah.
campaign, ignored the black man
Yeah.
completely.
She did. She
and they
did.
said not one of them showed up for her.
And guess what?
And that's why her disparity was so bad because the black men in the first time she ran said first black governor and
And
voted.
not only that, remember who she's running opposite to? Trump, a Trump-backed
yeah.
governor who's pointing guns at kids.
Hello.
but this is what I'm saying.
Who nobody knew at the time.
Stacey-
Who had no track record,
Stacey
no
played-
resume to run
Exactly.
against.
Stacey
Exactly.
played the liberal white Democrat game, which is, in my opinion, don't have to worry about the blacks because they're gonna come.
No, it's the.
You had your monologue.
I'm saying it's a losing
She had
game.
her
I was trying to
monologue.
support you.
Oh, okay. Then
It's a losing.
I like that.
Oh, but I like that. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Right.
Come on. More
So,
and more.
The first time she did the same thing, the white liberal Democrat way. She ain't speak to us then, but she got our support off of it. Being she was the token black woman. I'm voting off because I just like Dave Chappelle said, I can't go against my people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My black.
Right.
So she got my vote. This time, I ain't hear nothing. Cricket, that benefited me. Kemp actually went to all black men organizations, and we're talking to them about their small businesses and this and that and all this other stuff. And what did you hear from Stacey? Cricket, 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 cricket. She didn't do it like you said she did. So I got a couple of reasons why she lost. Kemp was a normal white guy this time. First time he came off as this racist Trump person. This time he was a normal white guy. So normal white guy already puts you
Up top.
Start
with a head start.
You don't have to mess up.
It's his race to lose.
It's his race to lose. In the Atlanta area, that's where you're going to get most of your liberal Democratic votes. But a lot of people that I know, those single businesses, a lot of them are hairstylists and barbershops and these are big black businesses. And when those are closed, you know what I'm saying? And you're saying close them, and he's like, we got to open up these businesses. You got people going up to the Capitol talking about they need their haircuts, and you got barbers like, I need this money, and this $600 check a week that I'm getting is nothing compared to the tips I'm getting plus the money I'm making and all of these things. And these are black men who got barbershops all around Atlanta. He opens them up. Now they started making money. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Stacey, who is like, oh, the heartbeat bill, let's go against that. The state is divided. Half is like, yeah, half is like, no. But so bad to say, let's go against that. Oh, don't bring the All-Star game here. Let's turn the All-Star game away. Tell all the sponsors, don't come to Georgia. So you're turning jobs away in a COVID pandemic. You're turning jobs away. That is crazy. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many things. So was I motivated? I don't care how long the line is. When Obama ran, I would have been proud to see how long that line is. That makes me happy to see how long that line is. When I walk in and there's no line for the candidate I want to vote for, it's like, oh, maybe they'll win, maybe they're not. But I wasn't motivated. I'm going to just be honest. I didn't go out there to vote. I didn't, because I didn't feel, it was like, if I was going off of my off of who did the best job, I would have probably voted for Kemp. But there was no way that I was going to take my car and drive to vote against a black woman. So in essence, I was just like, I'm not about to go out my way. I'm about to stay at this job and make this money.
Well, you did what a lot of blacks did.
Yeah.
Stay at the job and make that money, which is how the system is designed. It's designed to psychologically encourage black people to sit it out. And
but
that's not new.
I felt like Kemp did a good job. I felt like this time he did stuff and then he did
My point is,
hold on. He did the Ahmaud Arbery bill. So all of these things that I liked that he did, that benefited me. He gave raises to teachers. That benefited me. I looked at his I even looked at their platform because I was really like, okay, I don't want to be that person this time to not vote. I looked at the platform, and when I looked at the platform about the rural hospitals, that stuff don't benefit me. Abortion, that stuff don't benefit me. Blah, blah, blah. I looked on his platform, teachers getting paid. Oh, that benefit me. My job was open. That benefit me. Oh, if you adopt a kid, they'll get free college. That's good for these kids. I'm looking at all of these things. I wasn't excited about it. And the point is that if I would have used my vote and I would have voted for Kemp, I would have check, vote for Kemp if I made the time to go.
You see, the thing about it though is, you see how you can say that you would vote for the best candidate. That's one of the things that I don't hear Republicans saying. Republicans say that even if Herschel Walker was doing the abortion at the polls, that's one of the Republicans that I heard say he could be taking the baby out and doing the abortion at the actual election poll, he would still vote for him. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying to you is that's the advantage that their party, the Republican Party, has over the Democratic Party, because they support anything,
no matter what,
as long as it says R behind it.
But guess what?
But they don't have that. No,
you know why?
Because on the other side, though, you have the Democratic voters that are saying, "Well, no, I'll vote for a Republican if they're the best candidate for the job." No, hold on, slow roll. I'm not just gonna vote for a Democrat just because they're black. Well, that's what you get on the Democratic side.
Why?
But you're not getting that on the Republican side.
You know
the
why?
Republican side will say, "I'm voting for Trump, even if he grab him by the poop, then he can grab him." and we're like, oh, sexually assaulting women is inappropriate. You're a hypocrite because now you're voting for somebody who is saying that I will sexually assault women because I'm rich and I get to do whatever I want to do. You're also voting for somebody who paid for several abortions that will lie to you and say, yeah, that's my check, but that's not my abortion. And you're still voting for that person. So you're a hypocrite.
That is
you
true.
are a hypocrite.
There can be hypocrites, but the reason why is because when you want to represent everybody's cause, you're this person's savior and that person's savior and that person and this person, that you're saving them all, but their issues go across each other and they don't connect. And y'all like, hey, let the little kids have hysterectomies, and I'm like, I don't like that. I'm not about to vote for that. So when you got all of these different pots and we all want something and you trying to save everybody, you can't save everybody.
But
and
just
that's the problem.
that
because
she should have.
I would rather have a shorter agenda.
Focused
So
on
I know,
her
boom,
base.
boom, boom,
That's
boom,
the
boom,
base
boom.
focus. Trump focused on his base. He focused on the white supremacist
But
group.
there's too many
the
bases
poor
in the
white.
Democratic
No, what
Party.
I'm saying is he focused on one base. He didn't care what the conservative Republicans were saying or the respectful Republicans or Republicans that want to follow the rules. He didn't care what they said. He focused on his base. He got his base out, and that's how he won.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, had Stacey done that, focus on her base instead of focusing on, oh, I'm just going to try to see if I can win those people. I'm going to reach across the aisles. Like, what does that mean?
She didn't reach across the aisle.
No. My point is, when you're running and you're saying, I'm known for reaching across the aisle, what aisle are you talking about, Sonny? Yeah. That's my point is, you need to reach down deep in your own place.
I know,
Get
but
your voters.
She did her white liberal base, which is whatever that was she put out there. And
Like
that's
I
what
said,
all Democrats do.
I didn't hear
think
her do
that-
anything.
Again, that's a large generalization.
That's what
No,
they
but
do.
I'm talking about focusing on her base.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about hers all.
That's what they
Yeah,
do.
all you
is a
can't say all.
generalization.
All is
Because
too broad.
to
That's
me,
what most-
Obama didn't run a generic
No,
thing.
no,
to
he
me.
was specific,
He
but
spoke
he
something
ran.
to me
He
that
spoke
made me say,
change though for everybody.
You saw that black man and you was like,
He
you know what?
spoke
No, but he's-
change for
first of all,
everybody.
articulate.
Yes,
smart.
Oh my God.
Somebody-
Why-
Yes.
why-
and what's disappointing is
They discount
that you let
They discount
Stacey prevent you from keeping an idiot out of a Senate seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who let Stacey prevent me?
You did.
No. Maybe y'all didn't realize this, but Warnock got he had a higher percentage than Herschel. And if it wasn't from the runoff.
No,
so
but-
let me just say this. Warnock got people they went Kemp, Warnock. They didn't go Stacey, Warnock.
No.
They went Kemp, Warnock.
No, we're
No,
talking
no,
about
no,
a
no,
runoff.
No,
That
no,
if people didn't sit.
Let me finish.
No, go ahead.
Let me finish. Yes. First of all, we are in a runoff.
I understand.
Because
Because
of the people who sat out
Exactly.
and said, I'm not voting for Stacey, so I'm not voting. I'll go to work.
I'm not impressed by Warnock
No.
either. I'm not impressed by Warnock either.
But you don't understand that
There's
if
an
your
idiot
choice
on the
hold
other
on.
side.
If your choice is to go home and feed your kids absolutely nothing, right? Or feed them leftover chicken, are you gonna say my kids might as well not eat?
If Herschel Walker is going to vote against children getting body,
how does that affect
manipulation-
your children?
Right.
You just said it's about me and mine and ours.
Right.
How does that affect
Right.
your children?
It doesn't.
Because I don't want them to one day wake up.
That's
thinking
their
that could go.
decision.
That's their
You can't
decision.
control that. You said you
no,
yours.
but you're gonna
Right.
control. No, to be honest, you're gonna control them as children.
Yes.
So you
You
have
still
the
have
choice.
the right.
You get the choice to say no. My child's not gonna go through that.
Exactly.
But the other person still needs their choice to do what they want to do with their kids. I just disagree with the age. I'm just talking about the age because if you're gonna tell me a child is too young to consent. You understand what I'm saying? To sex.
Yeah.
If a child is too young to consent to sex because their mind is not fully developed, then they're still too young to try to
But
change.
that's the Democratic agenda, though.
That's a falsehood.
No, that's a
How is it not a
generalized.
false when that's all I hear from
No,
them?
you let
No,
them.
you're
express
working-
You talking about them
the
speaking for
huge.
themselves?
No,
No,
you're
you
working
let them-
in a particular, she's also working in a particular environment.
Yes.
And because you're working into a niche environment, that's all you're going to hear hear. You're not hearing everybody. It's like somebody who only hangs around on, down at Magic
People
City
who have oranges
and say,
and be like,
black women just like to strip. All black women just like to get on that pole
to
and
get
look
that money,
greasy
honey.
and
And look
nasty
greasy.
and slide down the pole with the big booty and the big boots.
I never heard him say nasty, but
No, that's my point.
I've heard him say nasty.
I've heard him say nasty
nasty in a
too.
good way, huh?
Yeah, nasty.
Nasty girl,
So
get
my
nasty.
point is, anybody who just goes there every day to experience black women, right, would be able to say, "Oh, all black women strip and all black women are nasty," and say that's too broad.
Yeah.
That's too broad.
And
you
those
got to come to my
and
arena.
not only that, those are issues on the outskirts.
Yeah, that's not the inside.
all
That's
the
not the
but
nucleus.
see, that's the problem,
No.
y'all. All these outskirt issues be the forefront in the Democratic Party.
No, it's
they're
not.
not.
It's not.
Everyone
You think it's
allows
the
them
forefront.
to be the
It do.
forefront.
Correct.
That's what they pushed.
It's
Correct.
not. The first part is listen, I will be on any piggyback that says you get a right to vote. You get to show up when you need to. We got this much time to do these kinds of votes. This kind of thing that happens. The Democratic agenda is clear. It's to try and expand as many rights as possible as we can and allow people the opportunity to choice. The Republican mindset is let's keep everything status quo because it's working so far. Let's keep those black people over there. Let's give money out and say we're doing money out here. There's things that we do to restrict access to this to keep us in power.
Right.
These kinds of things. I don't like whataboutism. So do Democrats do something to keep you in power? Sure. You can pretend to fall asleep. I'm still disappointed that you let Stacey convince you that you're okay with an idiot being a senator.
Yeah.
I'm not here to play with Herschel Walker. He
No.
is an idiot.
No, he is an idiot.
And I'm not here to protect his feelings or protect how black men.
And
That
I'm
is
not
an
gonna
idiot.
have an idiot as my senator just to control somebody and how they want their
So-
children to change their
So honestly,
biologicals means. I just don't agree with it.
I already know he's not the best man, and you've taken the choice of not voting.
Kemp is the best man. She votes for
Stacey
Kemp and used that rationale for voting for Kemp because he's the best man for the job.
I didn't vote for Kemp.
My point
vote
is
for Kemp.
she would vote for Kemp because she felt like he was the better person
But I
for the
didn't
job.
wanna do
You
that.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But would not make sure she shows up to vote for Warnock because he's the better man for the job. Because somebody gonna get the job. It's a job application with two people. It's not like a job application where I'm like, no, I don't like either one of them, but I'm gonna go over there and pick that one.
Yeah.
You can't. It's an option of two people. Two people. I don't understand what voters don't get about that. It's either apple or banana. I don't like apples. Well, you're gonna have banana. Well, I don't like bananas either. Well, it's apple or banana. I don't like apples. You're going to end up with a banana. But I don't like bananas. Well, why are we going in this crazy circle about apples and bananas?
Oh, so you just don't eat neither one?
No, but you're going
But
to
you
die
don't
for
have
hunger.
that choice. Like
You
So
got
it
to eat
doesn't-
something.
So if it doesn't bother you either way,
It does bother you. You
It
just
doesn't
don't.
bother
you
me.
No,
you
it bothers
are okay with an idiot, a certified imbecile.
Wow.
I think they all
As
gonna
a
do.
senator.
I think they.
Oh,
all
that's a
gonna do-
lame statement,
Yeah,
sister.
that's
What
weak.
else I gonna say?
That's weak.
Lame.
What I was gonna say,
lame.
Marsha?
Let me do
That's
like
weak. It's already weak.
Let me do like
What I was gonna say,
Frozone
Marsha?
on the Incredibles. Lame.
What was I gonna say, Marsha? What was I gonna say?
You're gonna say that they're all gonna do what they want to do anyway, and that it really doesn't make any difference which one of them gets into office because the Democrats do foolishness and the Republicans do foolishness, and everybody is doing everything, and it really don't affect my table. And what I'm saying is, it will.
When?
Because my professor,
Because-
I had a great law professor that said to me, if you let kudzu take over the backyard, it's only a matter of time before it makes it to that back
Well,
porch.
at this time, the way the Senate is split, they still wouldn't have the advantage.
Who would say?
The
No, but
Republicans.
two votes for the Democrats prevents from coming down and having to
her
vote.
ass need to do something because she ain't made it to the border yet.
Who?
Kamala,
She's been to
Oh,
the border
Kamala,
many
that would be.
times.
Kamala.
She's been to
That's
the
it
border
right there.
many times.
You wrong.
She ain't never been to
You
the border
wrong.
yet.
You wrong.
She
you
don't know
wrong,
what
you
it
wrong.
looked like. She ain't been down there. She ain't had no press conference down
She
there.
has.
So she can bring her ass
all right,
down from
let
the
me
White
ask you a
House.
question. What do you want her to go-
Wait. what is your border concern, and how does that personally affect you and
Yeah,
your dinner
and your
I
table?
don't have any border.
Okay,
concerns.
so
Okay,
why
then.
you care if she
Right.
went to the border?
No, because
I
she's.
just haven't
Because
seen
she's
her
against
get
black
any-
women.
Yeah,
No,
I think you're against black women.
She would have
I
to
think,
be black first.
I think you're color prejudiced. I think you're
I think
color
she would have to be
prejudiced.
black first.
I think there's a little
not black
teensy
enough.
weensy. I
She's not-
see that.
she's not
tease.
black enough.
Ooh,
Hey, look.
oh, you got a DNA test to prove how black
Her-
she
She ain't
is?
black enough.
Look here. She with Kanye. I think she's
She ain't
secretly
black
going
enough.
to the white supremacy
I
meetings.
do. I need to see what they be talking about. She ain't black
I've
enough.
seen her.
She need to do something.
Was that you?
All I'm saying is this.
What you wear? A white wig?
All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. Is that Michelle Obama was in office and she had an agenda and she got things
never
done.
in office.
Never.
But she seemed like she was.
Never.
I'm tired.
She wasn't
She
in office.
put them Christmas decorations up,
Up. And that's
and it went
office work.
efficiently.
She did. She changed the way school lunches
She
were
said,
made.
"School lunches, eat them."
All day.
And she
Healthy.
She got the
Better have 'em.
She got
Vegetables.
She got the
Ew, I don't want them goddamn.
but she did something. I still don't know what Kamala did. She ain't she can
Kamala.
come Kamala. She can come down from the White House on the West Wing or the East Wing, wherever wing
See,
she on.
again, you're okay with an idiot. Once again, having 6 years in office.
Right.
Again, an
Right.
idiot. I just want to
Over
point that
a
out.
black educated female.
No. Over a black
woman's a
educated
woman
male.
now.
Over
No,
a black
educated
educated
male.
female. No, I'm talking about Kamala.
No.
She's-
no.
no,
We're
Kamala's
talking about
already
Warnock.
in
We're
office.
talking
No,
about
no, no. She's downing Kamala, right?
No, I'm saying
And
she,
she-
can do her job and come and vote
she
to
don't
make
have
sure
a
nothing go
problem
down.
with Kamala,
Yeah.
right? She has a problem with Kamala.
Yes.
She ain't black enough.
Yeah.
She ain't educated enough.
She don't do black woman
But
enough.
we can
stuff.
let the bad air go over to China and come back to the U.S.
Did
Where
send
we
it
at a
where-
good
oh, good.
and
Took
send our
Uncle
good
there.
air over to their bad
You
Wait,
air.
said
hey,
that- what
oh,
about the
hey,
werewolves? though?
Cause
I
What
had
the
about the
werewolf,
vampires?
hold on, the vampire and the Quasimodo
this,
and the werewolves,
This-
you know,
this ain't no prop. I have worked with many
Paw
a police
Patrol,
officer.
Paw Patrol,
What about the vampires?
Paw
though?
Patrol vampires.
By the way-
I
hope-
will be a werewolf.
Before I be a
before I'm
vampire,
vampire.
because you know a vampire and a werewolf.
Do you know you have eat right?
And that's
Because
Democrat.
if you don't have
If you don't have eat right,
you're gonna have insulin.
you
Well, that's why she needs it. That's why she. This
Okay.
makes me want to vote. But me not want to vote more, so I can tell her ass to walk on down in them
She's
heels
always going to walk down there. She's the
and
president
take
of the
care.
Senate.
All right, then, so she can do
So
something.
she's already
So
doing
she can,
her job.
She can put her name on something.
Her name would always be on
Okay.
something because
Not if
she's the
there's a tie.
president
If
of the
there's a
Senate.
tie, she get her name
Yeah,
on it.
Excuse
well,
me.
how about
Excuse
you
me,
can't
but if
trust
I-
Manchin
if
and
I-
you could bring her down
Hey,
again?
Hey, if I make it to the Senate,
What you gonna
you
do?
know, I'ma eat right. I'ma do eat right.
You gonna give me eat right?
I'm gonna make sure your insulin is. Wait,
I believe in low insulin.
I believe in insulin. I believe
Low
in
insulin.
but you gotta eat right. You got to have eat right.
Gotta
you gonna
have eat right.
Because Kamala, I can't do nothing.
I worked with many
If
a
I had
police
eat.
officer.
what?
There was vampires.
And guess what?
I'm telling you
I
something.
didn't put a gun to nobody's
Yes,
head.
no. Let me tell you.
Okay, so let's stop.
That is my check.
Wait, I thought
Wait,
he
hold
was-
on, hold
I
on.
thought
That
he
is my
ain't
check.
run
That is
over-
my
That
check.
my check.
But
I
that's
thought
not
he
my
ain't run
abortion.
over nobody.
But that's not my abortion.
One is running over people.
Okay.
The other one's putting guns.
One
in
is
not my
there.
abortion.
one is still standing next to the person who allegedly ran
correct.
them over,
That's
and
correct.
the other one is in fear, a different room,
Hello.
talking about.
We had to move 6 times from my son. Okay. Daddy was
Well, they
chasing
better
us
keep
with
it-
a
make
gun.
sure he don't get in
We
office
was
then.
moving.
No, this is what it
Moving.
is. Now you
Okay.
should go vote, and you want me to tell you why?
Hey.
Because Stacey Abrams ain't on the ticket, so you could just go and vote for Warnock. 'Cause
So I
guess
don't
what?
have to do eat right.
He way better.
Okay. Let me tell you something. All fun and jokes aside, sister, I got a type 1 diabetic. And without insulin, he's dead. So if you don't go to the polls, I'll be sure to send you a photo every time I stick him with insulin.
Expensive ass insulin.
Expensive ass insulin.
Delete.
And
delete,
that's Diva Court episode 60. We turned 60 today, people.
And we look at-
Grown and sexy is what we are pushing in Diva Court land.
I'll give you another applause.
You went thirsty, were you?
So tasty.
Please look for our episodes every Wednesday. We promise you we won't go anywhere this week.
sure?
Push them
Wait,
out real
The
good.
holidays coming up.
The holidays are coming up, but we're not taking a hiatus yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. We took a small hiatus for
Someone
Jury
was
Trust.
not happy about that.
That's right. Look at her face. Yes, she's not done. Diva has work to do. Listeners, we're coming at you every Wednesday for right now. We're going to tell you when we're going to end this season, but it's not yet. So stay tuned this Wednesday and next Wednesday where we're pushing out Diva Court for you here on Diva Court. And as we say, find us on
Spotify, Apple,
Google us, and check us out on YouTube where we're pushing out the colors for you. As we say here on Diva Court, every time we close episode 60, we will drink to that. We got to drink to that.